Sydney, get off your phone. Get in the Trunk is starting. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Get in the Trunk. We surprised Sydney there with a little early start to the app. Oh! We surprised Troy as well, typically every single week in and week out. He's got the sunglasses on. Roger Cumstone's ready to rock today. Troy, you're slipping. Your game is slipping.
I rarely leave the camera on. I don't watch you guys while I play. So I didn't know you started. I also hear an echo of my voice.
It is finally gone. Not sure where that came from.
Discord you're not muted on Discord.
I'm not muted on old Discord.
Little Discord hiccup.
He's in the night floors. That's
right. He's already there.
Oh,
His voice is echoing down the hallways.
You scared me, Joe. You jumped in like early. I wasn't ready.
Well, in point of fact, I didn't jump in early. I actually jumped in a little bit late, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm very excited to get back to this, to play. We have not actually played in a few weeks. It's been a little bit of travel situations going on, and so I'm excited to get back to the game. And I'm going to kick it off today with a question that's been on my mind thanks to some of my summer travels I've had this summer. What is a better country, America or Canada?
Oh, man.
Ooh, tough one.
What is a better country, Sydney?
What?
America or Canada?
What do you mean?
Take it however you mean it. However you think.
It's an open question.
It's an open question. I chose my wording carefully. Your answer, please. And keep in mind, people watch this.
There is a correct and an incorrect.
And they're from America and Canada.
As we know, we went on tour in Canada. We have listeners there.
Yes.
I feel really put on the spot. The rebel in me is like automatically Canada.
There you go.
But then I start thinking like, okay, our governments are not dissimilar as compared to some other countries. It's not like they have a king. They have parliament, I guess, kind of similar to Europe, but it's similar. It's presidents.
So wait, if a country has a king, that means it's horrible? Is that?
Usually, yes.
Okay.
I will say, normally, history says yes. But I'm like, okay, our countries are pretty similar. We have similar kind of weather patterns. We have similar, I would say, like East Coast, West Coast is very similar, like Toronto, New York City, sort of, compared to like Vancouver, Seattle. Very similar. So it's hard to judge, but I'm going to go with Canada.
Wow. Okay. I just wanted you to make a choice, and I appreciate that. Locking in Canada. I asked
right?
because after not, we'll see if that's correct. I asked because after not setting foot in Canada for 20 plus years, I'd gone to Montreal and then haven't been back in 20 years. I've gone 3 separate times this year to Canada, all in 1 year. And every time I love it. It's a wonderful place to be. But I'm just curious where you stand on this, Skid. What is the better country, Canada or America?
Well, I don't have a lot of strong feelings on this, by the way.
More visual humor. Get over to YouTube. Watch it.
I will say that I visited Canada for the first time this year.
Oh, I didn't realize that for some reason.
Wait, Toronto?
I forgot that.
Yeah, Toronto was my first time in Canada.
Oh,
wow.
So but there's different sort of metrics here. So it's like, who would win in a fight?
Right.
Canada.
I've been waiting for the Revolutionary War rematch for, it's been almost over 200 years now. I think, America needs another shot at Montreal. I think one more shot. I think we could take it.
I think we'd get it this time.
That's the thing. Washington's forces didn't have access to was Apache helicopters, which we now have. So I think that'd make turn the tide. But I have to say, I was blown away by Canada. I loved it so much, everything about it. disagree on Sydney with a couple of her assessments, one of which being the similarity of our governments.
Somewhat similar. I said somewhat.
They're both democratic. Varying degrees.
There's a guy who's running the country
to varying degrees.
Both.
Yes, there are people in charge. But no, I honestly I'm so in love with it. I love America too, but it's very close. I will say there was one metric which Canada comes out on top without question for me. They have by far the better national anthem, and I will die on that hill. Wow. Way better. Our national anthem fucking sucks. I think it's a terrible national anthem. No one can sing it. One person ever sang it well, and that was Whitney Houston, 1991. That was the only person who ever actually sang that song well. Meanwhile, Oh Canada, I used to sing that song for my auditions. When I'd have to sing for an audition, I sang Oh Canada because it's really easy to sing. There's no violent imagery in it. It's just pride. It's beautiful. It's simple. It's short. Gets you out of there. So yeah.
I did not know.
An excellent assessment.
What's your answer?
So many different layers.
Wow.
I'm going to go to you, Francis. Do you have any strong opinions on this? Have you been to Canada?
I've been to Canada. I've been only to Toronto once, and I found it fantastic. Great spot.
I said that when we were in Toronto, if I'm remembering this correctly. I said exactly those words when I was in Toronto to the guests at the VIP pre-show hang, to which several of them said, no, it's not.
It's not
like
really.
Just like that, like very deadpan.
I mean, that's the thing.
Because they had come from outside of Toronto to come to the show, and they were just like, it's not
I feel
that
like for Canadians, Toronto is like their New York.
It's their New York.
They feel like
it's a taste. Some people love it. Some people are not so into it.
Right. Like it's more of
and it's like 1/20th the size of New York is the thing.
I know. It's weird. It's like a quaint little New York pocket, whatever.
It's so funny. It's
pocket New York. But no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Not enough information, not enough data to make a choice about how Canada is. I know visually, I've seen some of their terrain and wildlife looks amazing. Like they're I've seen pictures of Whistler. I guess it's the north or west of Canada, or west of Canada. That's like all very beautiful. Or around the lakes, Canada, that looks very beautiful. But I mean, if you're forcing me to choose, I mean,
sounds like America.
I mean, it's like I don't know if it's really a choice. It's like I kind of like. I started dating this girl, America. I found out she has an older sister who's also cute, and I'm like, wow, that might be kind of cool. But no, I'm with her. So yeah, no, we're good.
So so loyalty. You're just saying loyalty, regardless of the actual evidence. It's
pretty much, yeah, pretty much
going with loyalty.
I'm always gonna think about her older sister.
Troy, you've made several trips to Canada. You've seen some of the most beautiful places in Canada. Your thoughts?
Canada is the land of my people, the Lavallées.
That's right. That's right.
I love Canada. Every time I go, I'm like, I get it. It explains so much. I think I've said this before on some shows. Like growing up, we had like a dress as your heritage day in like the third grade, and everybody came in like dressed with fucking Chef Boyardee if they were Italian or something. And like, green and fucking a red wig if they were Irish. And I dressed up as a Mountie. And I felt so lame. I was like, fucking Canada sucks. But then I got older. I'm like, holy shit, Canada is amazing. Cool. Our country is right now probably the worst it has ever been. And between now and November, it is going to become 100 times worse. Which you didn't think. How do you get worse? You've been worse.
Started down here.
Remember in 2015 when it was like, this is the worst year ever. Like, it'll never get worse. That is the best year of the last decade.
Right. We're thinking back fondly on those days.
It is so horrible. And yet, it's still the greatest country in the world, America, by a landslide.
Yes.
Just shows you, like, it is so bad here, and it's worse everywhere else.
It's very terrible.
It's the worst system except for all the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I loved going to Canada for our first trip to Toronto was awesome. And then going to Vancouver was so beautiful.
That's
So
what I wanna
awesome.
see.
Gas is way too expensive, but it's still a very, very beautiful place. And then I went back this summer. I went to Niagara Falls. And so that was where I was. And I had been told by multiple people, my wife's doing the research, go to the Canadian side. Like the American side is garbage. Or go to the Canadian side. And we went to the Canadian side and it was just so beautiful. And there were so many cool things to do. And it was crowded, but it was, still neat and orderly. And I really, really enjoyed it. But I got to say, every single time I can't help that feeling where I'm just like, I just want to be back in America, like as soon as possible. And like you said, it's like it's rough in America here right now, and it has been for a little while. But like, just being in those other cultures is cool for me for a little while. But then like my comforts, the things that make me used to my like day-to-day life, you realize how many little things are kind of stripped away. Even as simple as like currency, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, like I just want to go home. I just want to go home. And so, yeah, I can't vote against my home despite Canada being awesome. So yeah, go America. Plus I'll always just pick who's going to win in a fight.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, Canada.
That's what it comes down to.
Those hockey players, though.
What
They
about
can
hockey
fight.
players?
They can fight.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying Canada doesn't have fighters. It just
There's some great American brawlers, though.
There's some great American brawlers.
Yeah, like when the Bruins play the Habs, I will spit on the Canadian flag. It's the only time you hear people boo each other's national anthems is a Bruins.
I know.
That's amazing. Well, we perhaps will see who's going to win a fight tonight as you guys go head to head, potentially with the Boston Police Department, the Massachusetts State Police, whoever else you can seem to piss off in this wild ride that we've been having. By way of a recap of last episode, you guys made the decision to break Bobby out of the hospital, Kearney Hospital in Boston, specifically, despite Vicky's not desire to leave him behind, but her feeling that this had to happen. We have to let him go. He's too hot right now. The heat on him is too hot. We got to keep our distance. And of course, she's got other things on her mind, including Sam/Murray. But Roger's like, fuck that. We're not leaving him behind. We're going to get him out. And sure enough, you come up with a plan to utilize Vicky's seeming somewhat anonymousness, despite the fact that you are all published out there on the news as being escaped patients from a mental hospital. Vicky's picture does not quite match her name on the news broadcast, and so Vicky is the one that goes up to the police and the EMTs with an injured person that, shocker, Roger injured, and got a distraction enough for Roger to sneak into the hospital, take on the appearance of a doctor or a surgeon by putting on some scrubs, a lab coat, and a little cap. And then he managed to break into Bobby's room and free him just as Bobby was waking up out of this, 24-hour, 48-hour coma that he was in after succumbing to this blood poisoning that happened in the night world. Well, Bobby managed to get himself up out of bed, and while Roger's tussling, fighting with the cop that was defending or was looking after Bobby's room, Bobby slipped into a doorway that minutes ago was not there when Roger came in, out into a hallway in the hospital. It appears to be a separate hallway in the hospital that is impossibly not right beyond that wall, but is somewhere else in the hospital. Vicky, meanwhile, is on the run on foot from police officers, and she believes that she has lost them after making a couple quick turns. They believe they are chasing after a woman named Sarah Jessica Parker, who doesn't have her ID on her and who drove up to the hospital with a near-death man with a head wound and gave the name Sarah Jessica Parker and would not provide an ID.
And my boyfriend and I are fighting, and he broke my phone, and maybe there's some domestic violence. They're not sure. The cops probably think so.
There was loosely hinted at domestic violence, which I did not appreciate being used lightly.
It wasn't. It was not used lightly.
Not the kind of thing you lie about.
It's not used lightly. I need to protect my identity. Sarah Jessica Parker is my alias.
Her boyfriend, Aaron Hernandez.
And my boyfriend. Oh, right.
Her boyfriend,
my boyfriend,
Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez. Also, no relation.
No relation.
Meanwhile, Neil in the getaway car, Neil, a.k.a. the classic getaway driver from any heist movie, is behind the wheel of a red Acura that was stolen by Roger and has found on his person a copy of The King in Yellow. He does not know how it got there, but it was in his pocket. He started to open it up before he was interrupted by a parking officer that was working the area outside the hospital and told Neil he had to move along, but not before she blinked a few times and told him he needs to get to the hotel. He's not going to find his bottle here. And she seemed to be kind of out of it a little bit for a moment. And Neil, with his insight into this this strange place, this surreal existence, is starting to suspect that just he himself, there's perhaps an aura around him that is like infecting people to like do or say things that they're not consciously doing. So all of this comes to a head as Bobby walks to that door he found, opened it up, walked into this hallway in the hospital, and Roger, after, oh, by the way, this was awesome, telling the police officer that was guarding Bobby, he handcuffed the police officer to the bed and then told him that Richard Dallin is full of shit. Don't listen to anything he has to say. I could have killed you, but I didn't. Don't listen to anything he has to say. And then he goes to follow Bobby through this doorway that didn't exist moments ago into a hallway in the hospital. Let's just pick it up right there. Why the hell not? We'll pick it up right in the hallway of the hospital with Roger, you walking through that doorway.
The doorway ex machina.
What's that?
The doorway ex machina.
The doorway ex machina, that's right. Walking through that doorway and turning and seeing Bobby sort of shuffling in a hospital gown 10 feet away from you or so, walking away from you down this hallway. What do you do?
Roger will run up to Bobby and get in front of him and just put his hand on his chest to stay hold and try to assess my surroundings, see if there are other people around. I'm trying to figure out, am I in the same building? Am I in an alternate dimension? Is there anything that would lead me to believe I know where I am? / are there other people around? Gun is out.
Gun is, oh, that's right. You have a weapon.
Fucking shotgun.
Did you say you have 2 shotguns?
Two shotguns, one under each arm. And I'm just as proficient with my left hand as I am my right.
Not surprised. All right, you follow Bobby out into the hallway. Go ahead and give me an alertness roll.
All right. That's a 57 under.
57 under, you hear click, the opening of a door, perhaps 40, 50 feet behind you. You turn left to get to Bobby.
Says.
Right through the door.
So you unload a clip at this figure that steps into the hallway.
Someone from the children's ward.
She's a volunteer. She's in high school.
Yes.
No, I push Bobby to the side. Is there any place to see them without them seeing us? Because I see the door.
Yeah, so 40, 50 feet back, you see a door open. It's a little bit of a distance away. And out steps a woman with pulling a bucket and a mop on a roller, and her back is to you, and the door closes and she starts walking along the hallway away from you. As you look around, she looks like she works for the hospital. She has the same sort of ID. You can't see the details of it, but you can see the same sort of ID hanging off of her that was hanging off of the other janitor that you saw. You look around and you see signs. You see other doorways, and as you peer through the little wire mesh glass openings in these doorways, you see what appears to be short hallways that go into like the open wards of a cardiology floor. Perhaps cardiology recovery, could be cardiology surgery, you're not sure, but you see cardiology and then like code numbers and letters on like plaques next to these doors, all with the same coloring and font as the rest of the hospital. You feel like you are still in the hospital, but they're all the room numbers say begin with a 2. It seems like maybe you are on the 2nd floor of the hospital. You were just on the 4th floor of the hospital. You walk through this door and you're on the 2nd floor of the hospital.
Am I in scrubs? I can't remember because we haven't recorded in like a month. Yeah. So I'm in scrubs. Do I have a mask? I can't remember.
Nope, you never found a mask.
Okay, and I only got 1 pair of scrubs. So he's still in like a Johnny.
A Johnny.
Yeah, I got my ass.
A mask would be clutch. What? That would.
Yeah, mask would be clutch. Especially, we need 2 masks, and I need to get him in. I'd like to get him in scrubs. But does she see me, or she goes the other way?
She goes the other way. Doesn't seem to see you yet. You're not moving. You're not making a sound, right? That's what the vibe I got.
Yeah, just like against the wall.
Yeah.
Is she about the same height and build as Bobby?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mug her and strip her down.
Elbow her in the back of the head and rip her clothes off.
This gigantic.
And then pour a bottle of Doers over her face.
Drinking on the job again, Susie.
Oh my God, everybody in this hospital is drinking on the job and ripping their clothes off.
Using the same tactic on everyone in this hospital.
She was using the Martin Sheen way at the hospital again.
She is walking away, and then she pulls out her ID. Beep beep. Click. Opens up a door on the other side of the hallway from where she came in, and disappears in what looks like into the hospital ward.
I turn to Bobby and I snap in front of your eyes. Bobby, are you with me? Are you with me? Are you here?
Yes. What? Where are we? We gotta go.
Listen, I'm breaking you out of here. We are wanted. We have to act carefully. You have to follow me. Can you walk? Can you feel your legs?
Yeah, yes, yeah, I can walk.
Can you walk normal? You're walking weird.
I'm naked. I feel naked right
All right,
now.
we're going to get you some clothes. I'm going to try and find some scrubs. Okay. I want to cover our bodies so we look like we work here. Something to cover our faces as well. Maybe a hospital mask. We're going to figure this out as we go, but I need to know that you are driving the car right now. Are you driving the car, Bobby?
Yes, yeah. Yes, I'm here.
Do you want me to slap you? Do you think that would help?
Yeah, maybe just one. Just the medium size. Go.
He goes about like halfway back, like a chip shot. Boom!
Bobby, he hits you in the side of the face. Boom! And you get this glimpse of the hallway, and it is a dusty, dirty alleyway with brick buildings to your left and right, and you see briefly the face of this young Roger Comstone in a World War II helmet and fatigues, and he slaps you, and you get this flash of that image, and you still feel the pressing weight of the walls next to you, but then it's gone. You're not in an alley, you're in a hallway in a hospital.
Okay, the battle. Yeah, no, I'm here.
All right,
I'm here.
You follow me. Roger doesn't know that he sees something different, so Roger's just gonna start walking, making sure Bobby's following. And I'm looking in every door. I'm looking for any clothing or anything.
You're not seeing anything that's going to help you here because you're just seeing short little hallways that open up into a ward. You would need to get out and just get into a ward before you could see rooms.
Yeah.
Ideally, you'd be looking for surgery rooms because that is the fastest place you would find, or a nurse's station where you would find the face coverings that you're looking for.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just walking around, peering in every room and looking for
You would have to open a door and go into the ward. So essentially what you're in is you realize you're in like a janitorial access hallway.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, this is not a hallway used by doctors and nurses and patients. This is used by custodial staff and maintenance. And so like you just need to get into the open area, then you can walk around. But you would be exposing yourself to, as you look through, you see multiple people walking around. Patients, doctors, nurses, whomever.
Okay. All right. Well, but can I see into each room a little bit to know if it's empty or not?
You don't
no?
see any rooms. You see little hallways, like doors that open up into short, like 5-foot long hallways that are going out into wards.
I got
and
you
then
now.
there are going to be rooms in those
wrap
wards.
my head around it. All right. So I'm going to keep, if she walked all the way to the end there, I'm going to go to the door that she went into.
Okay, so you turn around and you start walking that
Or
60,
try to
70 feet,
go.
yeah, back toward where she was. As you look through, you pass maybe 2 doors along that route, and you see they open up into a ward, and now you get to the one that she walked into. You look through, and you see her some distance down, and she's walking into what looks like a patient room.
Okay. Can I open the door, or is it key card?
It's key card.
All right, but I don't have one of those. Or do I?
You do. You took one off of the janitor.
That's right.
That started this whole thing.
I'll use it. Go in there.
All right, so boop, boop. You open up the door. As you open the door, you hear clearly over the loudspeaker, Level 3 trauma alert cardiology. Level 3 trauma alert cardiology. And you see a couple nurses start responding, moving down the hallway kind of quickly. But you step out into there, and you see that you're in what looks like a large sort of circular area with patient rooms on the outside, and to your left, some distance down, it looks like it opens into a center area that is probably the main nurse's station for this area.
All right. Is there a gurney anywhere?
You want to spend a point?
Yeah.
A willpower point?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Spend a willpower point, and there's an empty gurney along the hallway across from a patient room just up against the wall.
Yeah, I'm down to 5 willpower.
You down to 5?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Strung
So you're
out.
starting to feel the stress here. You're starting to feel the pressure.
I say, all right, come on, buddy. And I throw him on the gurney and I cover his whole face and body.
Ah,
Nice.
okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I keep my head down and I just start walking with it.
Okay. You just start walking with it. Now, as you're walking,
Calmly.
you see a sign that says exit. You see a sign that says elevator.
Okay. Exit. I'm on the 2nd floor, so I need to get in the elevator. Because I can't take the gurney down the stairs.
Yeah, you could try.
Yeah.
That
is
wouldn't draw
there-
any attention.
And I didn't pass any other elevators that are like staff-only type elevators.
No, those are back the way that you came. Perhaps.
I'll go into the elevator.
You go into the main elevator that everybody's using for this floor. So yeah, you walk. Well, first you have to go through a set of double doors to get out of this like surgery ward.
Yeah, I do. Head down.
So you head down, you open up these double doors, and as you do, give me a luck roll. This is going to determine if there is a nurse that is seeing you walk through this door with a patient, on a gurney, etc. On a successful luck roll, which would be 50 or lower, you won't be spotted in this moment. 51 or higher, you're going to get seen.
38.
38. Okay, so you open up that door, and it's like just as this, like this charge nurse or one of the head nurses on the floor is just sort of like walking and turning and looking at a patient this way that says something to her or something like that, and you walk through the double doors, and you come out into an area that has like a waiting area, and there's just like regular people sitting out there. And you get to the elevator. Now, there's an elevator bank, 4 elevators. They seem to go up and down, and they could potentially access right down to the ground floor.
All right, so I'm gonna. If I see a mask, I'll grab from a nurse's station. I'll grab one. Otherwise, I'm going towards the elevator and going down.
Okay, you go up, you hit the elevator button, and you hear the intercom come on over the loudspeaker, and it just says, "Ladies and gentlemen, there is a situation in the hospital. We do not have details at this time, but we need to ask everyone to remain in place. Please shelter in place until we identify the source of the emergency. Please do not move throughout the hospital until further notice." and like the doctors look around, the nurses are looking around, and you know exactly what they're talking about, that they know after finding the guy that was beat up outside the elevator that there's an intruder in the hospital. But they don't want to cause a panic, so they're not exactly saying that, but...
I've already pressed the elevator button. When it opens, I get in.
Ding! Elevator door opens, guy's in there, he just walks out, doesn't look at you, face down, walks past you, you slip into the elevator, and the doors start to close behind you. And then they close. You've got 6 floors. I'm assuming you're hitting 1, going down to the main floor.
Well, I would, yeah. So, is there a parking? Is there? Go to the roof. Just jump off. Is there a parking deck?
Yes. Yeah, there is.
I'm trying to think what would be best. Front door is probably going to have people in it. Parking deck, I might be able to pull off the parking deck. Now, the roof is a crazy idea, because they would never expect us to go up.
No.
But I also don't know what to do once I figure it out.
Look, hey man, you can see what's up there, and then you've got willpower points. I don't know.
Like hijack a helicopter that just happens to be doing a lifeline.
There's probably a trauma helicopter or something. You can just
medevac chopper.
Yeah, I'll have to spend all my willpower to have a helicopter just happen to be there.
Can
that would be amazing.
Can he fly it? Could he fly a helicopter? Do you think?
Is that a skill?
I want to look at my skills. I mean,
yes, flying a helicopter is a skill.
I don't know about that.
Pilot. No, I have 0 in pilot. So
Oh, pilot. Oh, yeah. Fuck.
yeah, it doesn't mean I couldn't do it. All right, I'm gonna go to the parking deck, because I also think the parking deck will be mostly empty, and there's lots of cars, lots of opportunity to do some more stealthy stuff. Whereas if the front door is guarded by police at all, it's going to be a tricky out. Or a back door even. They probably have the exit sealed, which isn't to say they don't have the parking lot sealed, but I have some options there.
Okay. You see, it's on the 3rd floor. There's a 3rd floor. It says 3, and then it also says parking next to it.
I go to pee.
So you go to 3, and the doors open up in 3, and you see a way around what would be the hospital floor here, which is maternity, and a path to it says Sky Bridge to parking garage. And this is off to your right. And right now, you're not seeing too many doctors or nurses. You're seeing a lot of civvies. People that are just there to see people in the hospital.
Skybridge.
Okay, so you start walking this gurney with a dead guy on it, which is what it looks like to everybody.
Taking him to your car.
Yeah,
taking this dead guy to your car.
Taking this work home with me.
Corpse to your car in the parking lot.
You start walking toward the Sky Bridge. As you reach it, you get out there. Give me an alertness roll as you start crossing the Sky Bridge.
Oh no. This is just making absolutely sure I rolled 100. 0, 0, 0, 0.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
I have
You roll
like
100
my
on the-
D100 for these old blue dice that I bought at the first PAX East that I ever went to. One side is faded out, and I'm pretty sure that's 00, and I always have to check, and sure enough, it is.
Oh
So,
my God.
100.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's real bad.
Okay. As you walk across this Sky Bridge, it has large windows on either side that allows you to look out over a street, over a block that's in between the two. And you are, you're just racing through, and you don't see, there's something down there, but you're just too focused on getting Bobby across to the other side of the parking garage. And you successfully get him across on the other side, and you are on the 3rd floor of the parking garage.
Okay. Cars everywhere.
You know what? Let's hold it there for a second. Give you a second to think.
Yeah.
What is Vicky's intention? Vicky, we catch up on you, and you've slowed your run a little bit, maybe a little bit winded, but there doesn't seem to be any officers in pursuit at the moment. However, you start to hear sirens. They're echoing off enough through different blocks of the street that you can't tell exactly where they're coming from, but you might have an idea of why.
Yeah, I think Vicky knows immediately that Roger has fucked the entire mission up.
Amazing.
She assumes that Neil has been apprehended. She assumes Bobby is dead. Just like every bad negative outcome is flashing. But she is winded. I mean, she's a 40-something-year-old woman who is just running in high heels.
I didn't realize she was in her 40s, I don't think.
Yeah, she's like 41, I think, at this point.
Roger is all of a sudden less attracted to her.
She's no longer Roger's type.
Wow.
All right. Okay, Leonardo DiCaprio, relax.
I was actually thinking a lot about that in the re-listen to last episode. I was like, it didn't occur to me at the time, I was so in the zone, but I was like, you did not act like a mid-40s woman with that police officer. You're just like, my boyfriend broke my phone.
It's not. Well, it's fun. Like I forget the time leap, and so it's like I'm used to her being a younger character.
Same. That's me as the role player too, struggling sometimes to make adult decisions for my adult character.
That's hard. That's a hard kind of shift to make, like mid campaign.
Yeah, she was like 22 when I started. She was like so young.
So if you're like 42, 43, you are old as shit.
Yeah. I'm
Everything hurts after this run.
Yeah,
this
basically
jaunt.
2 feet in the grave at 42.
That's right. Might as well just give up.
Yeah, make sure you have a
no
will.
reason to keep going.
All right, so I ducked down. Remind me, I ducked down like a residential street because there was no like stores around.
Right.
I don't hear the cops that were chasing me, but I hear these other cops. I don't have a phone. I am winded. I think.
You know that Neil was in the getaway car, just sort of like just outside the ER.
Yeah, I know. And part of me is like, maybe Vicky would try to circumvent back to the hospital to try to
double back, as they say.
Yeah, double back and like flag Neil down and try to get an escape plan. So I think that's the plan, because my other idea was to knock on someone's door, and I'm like, that is a bad idea. So
let's not bring.
And tell them you're a federal agent.
Yeah, and tell them I'm a federal agent.
They'll be dead as soon as Roger shows up.
Yeah, so I think she's going to do that. She's going to double back.
I'm going to do something different here. Rather than have you roll stealth, because you're not really right now I want you to roll a search roll. To see if you can identify where the police officers are and where they're coming from, to see if you can navigate past their immediate, the responding officers' locations.
Okay, I love and
she's
hate
just like
this.
moving through the streets, like looking through between row houses and looking in the backyards and whatever, like alleyways. Yeah.
Okay.
And remember, you can always spend a willpower to succeed if you'd like, or try to succeed.
Yeah, I think I might. Let me see what my search is, because nope, not good.
Is it plus 20% to your skill for? Is that the rate
for the willpower?
Point?
One point is 10%. 1 point is 10. So you can spend 2 points for 20, 3 points for 30. You know, like you have that option.
Okay, I have. Oh my god, I have 6. I've spent so much willpower. I have 6 willpower points.
I rolled it on a hat last time or something.
Oh yeah, I rolled it on a fucking hat.
Yeah, you spent one on a throwback Patriots hat.
A really expensive hat.
She pulls it down tighter.
Yeah. At least you're still wearing that. Yeah.
Sweaty head. Shit. I rolled an 81, and I have a 57. So I could spend 3 points. Should I spend 3 points? What am I searching for again?
At 5? You're at 5, you said?
I'm at 6. I'd be down to 3.
This roll is going to determine if you can successfully get back to like Neil without walking directly in front of a cop car.
If you go down to 3, then you've only got 1 will point away from cracking. Like, no.
Remember, it doesn't go down to 0. At 2, you have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I fail. I think I'm whatever you think, but maybe I duck down too many side streets and I'm literally lost, like having a hard time finding the main street back toward the hospital. I don't know, whatever you want to make it, but.
Yeah, I think Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I was going to have you like run into a cop, but I like that one too. That's just as bad. In fact, it might even be worse. Yeah. So you're managing to like stay away from police officers, but now all of a sudden you have no phone, no GPS, and you're now lost, and you don't know where you are, and you're separated from the whole crew, and you're just oh shit. And let's go back to Neil. Neil, I don't exactly remember where you are. I think you just slowly pulled away from that parking officer.
The car.
I was very slowly driving away.
Yeah, and so you're kind of like slowly circling the hospital.
At like 4 miles an hour. Like he's really, really slow. Like 4 miles an hour, like driving a circumnavigating the hospiel.
Listening to what?
Property.
Blasting Glenn Fry.
Blasting Glenn Fry. That's right.
Like really loud. Like the windows are up, but you can still hear it. Like someone annoying guy like passing through your neighborhood. It's like the bass is really heavy. It's just...
Okay, as you make one more turn, coming around, you see multiple police vehicles. Vehicles with their sirens on that are pulling in to the emergency room parking lot, that are parking on the street right next to the emergency room where you were previously, as you're rolling up toward them, and one sort of like blocks your path and stops, and you're just sitting there behind the wheel.
He just like, without even like slowing down because he's already going so slow, he just like turns and like drives away.
This is a full U-turn.
Just like does a full U-turn, just like a smooth U-turn, just like drives away. Like, you belong to the city.
Okay, give me a roll. There's got to be a roll here that you can do. Do you have? I mean, you have drive. You have a base of drive.
I do.
Yeah, let's see if you draw any unwanted attention here, and you can spend willpower. Remember,
drives up onto the curb. It's a stop
he's not a good
sign.
driver. He's a lifelong New Yorker. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
16 under 20.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so you managed to make a smooth enough U-turn that it does not seem to be noticed by the police officers. You look through your rearview mirror and you see two cops get out of the car that stopped in front of you, and they're just not even looking in your direction. They start moving in toward the hospital.
Just like
let's go back to Roger and Bobby. Cars everywhere. Third floor of this parking garage. Bobby's still on the gurney. What do you do?
I am going to push the gurney around and kind of like ride it like a shopping cart, like a child on a shopping cart, just like whee, like riding it back to where you're turning.
I'm just under a sheet, like while this is all happening. Like,
I want to make up some speed. I'm looking for anyone getting into or getting out of their car.
Okay. As you move through the third floor parking lot, you don't see anyone getting into or getting out of their car. As you come, there's a ramp that goes down, that circles down wideways to the second floor.
I've got him on wheels, so I'll just ramp him over. I'm just riding
down the second floor on this gurney. Oh my god! Yeah, Bobby, give me a con times 5 roll to see if you get nauseated.
Oh, great. Con times 5. Okay, that's 45.
You're spinning around this circular entrance to the second floor parking garage.
66 over 45.
Oh my god! All right, so you start to get like sick to your stomach, okay? And this is really throwing you off. Depending on what you need to do, whatever skill checks you may have to be forced to roll in the next few minutes, you're going to take a penalty to those rolls of a minus 20%. All of a sudden, you just start to get real queasy, and you're trying to hold back throwing up. Roger, you come around onto the second floor, and you notice, and immediately notice brake lights of multiple cars that are in like a line to try to exit the parking garage, and immediately it occurs to you that like
they're holding it up.
They're not letting anyone leave the parking garage by car, and it's holding up a thing, and this is backed up through the first level of the parking garage, up the spiral, and now it's into the second level of the parking garage. So even if you saw somebody getting into a car, it doesn't seem like it would be much help.
Get back on the elevator.
To the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try the roof.
I'm imagining this is what I would have seen crossing the sky bridge if I hadn't failed my alertness.
Yes, exactly. And you would have, well, actually, You know what? Give me an alertness now. Let's do another one. I'll give you another one for the secondary information.
All right, it's a 21.
Oh, there you go. All right, so this is what would have been available on a critical success is on the Skybridge previously is as you're standing on the second floor, you can see out like it has like, you know, the openings of the parking garage that are open air, right? You can see out the second floor to the street down below, and you see slowly coming by the parking garage is Neil at like 5 miles an hour. You see the car just like slowly rolling by underneath you.
Some of the image of that is just makes me laugh so much. Like,
This is so
not
funny.
being able to see the driver, just driving really slow and just, I don't know, it just makes me laugh.
The music is playing loud.
Yeah. You can slightly hear the music. on
That's
the wind.
probably even better way to say it is like you hear
Watching the city. Echoing down the street.
and you know he's right out there like passing by the front entrance soon of the parking garage.
All right, I got to push him back up to the third floor of the deck.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
You know what? I'll let you think about it. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. Give Troy a second. What do you do in this horrible situation? Especially since we'll never see Vicky again. We'll see you right after this break. All right, we're back. I think it is. I don't really need to check in on Vicky and Neil right now. They got their own thing going on. We're gonna stay with Roger and Bobby. Roger, what's the next step as you stand on the second floor? A parked line of cars, looking like it can't get out of the garage because they have stopped anyone from being able to leave for the moment. What is the next move?
I am going to push back up to the third floor. I'm going to remove the blanket from the gurney. Discard the gurney. Get Bobby up on his feet. Shake him a little bit.
I'm going to throw up.
I'm then going to rip some of the blanket and get a few like strips of blanket. Start opening up some gas tanks and lighting the blankets on fire to start blowing up cars.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. I
please,
have
enlighten
no
us.
idea how to get out of this situation. So I'm going to
man.
start with chaos.
You're doing
there you go.
terrorism at a hospital.
Roger's
Desperate
brand
times.
is chaos.
Call for desperate measures.
You are the reason we are wanted by the
It's good to know.
police.
It's good to know what's going on in your head at any given moment. But I think let's have it go down this way. You roll back up to the third floor. You discard the gurney, and as you are ripping up the blanket, Bobby, you see at the third floor elevator. You had previously stepped out. You can look over. You see the third floor elevator. You see directly next to the elevator in the brick wall is what looks like a heavily yellow painted like fire access door that's next to the elevators, and it's just like a big, like a stairwell door, basically, but it's not. Because you've seen the stairwell door. Right. It's on the other side. It says stair. This is just a big, bright, like brand newly painted yellow door that is next to the elevators. And Roger is ripping up these blankets.
All right, Bobby just rubs his eyes, does a quick shake, looks again, and he sees it. He sees it there.
Yep, he sees it's still there.
And he just says, come soon. Look. What? Door. We can get out. The door.
It's another magic
Stop
door.
setting fire to that blanket.
Door. Roger.
I see
the
it.
door. You see it?
I do.
It's out. We can get out.
We don't know where it leads.
We gotta take it. It's getting us out of here.
I am still blowing up a fucking car.
Nothing will deter Roger from blowing up.
me.
I made this
Light
decision.
the gas tanks and then let's go.
You watch how fast that line moves out of here. When debris starts raining down from the 3rd floor.
No, seriously.
I'm serious too. All right, let's go take a look. Walk over to the door. I've got this rag. I'm just twisting it, getting it ready. It can be any car.
Yeah.
This car's over there. I'll open up the door and look in.
You open up the door, and you, once again, impossibly, as you open up the door, it seems to be an access door in the side of the building on the ground floor, and you just see grass and a couple bushes and a sidewalk, like going by outside of the parking garage.
Take it.
You're still in a Johnny.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm fucking ass out to the world.
Coming through the door, you hear the sounds of Glenn Fry. Yeah. You belong to the city.
I take what's remaining of the blanket and fashion it into a toga for Bobby. And pour doers all over. We're on our way to a frat party at BU.
Bobby pisses himself.
We had one night.
Just to make it look good, Bobby
Just to
pisses
make
himself.
it look good.
The doer's stratagem is just so funny to me.
It works every time.
It never gets old.
No, I do.
Doer's gambit.
I do toga him up though, because I mean he's gonna look crazy either way. Might as well.
Yeah. I
toga
mean,
him
there's
up.
yeah. I'll cover up my bare ass.
And we step through. And I throw a match behind me.
You pass through the doorway, and it looks like you walked out of a entrance of the parking garage that just didn't exist before. You step out through this doorway onto a sidewalk, and directly up the street is Neil, like slow rolling down in the car. Neil, we look at you in the driver's seat, and all of a sudden you see this door, and you see it there, and it's just this yellow door, and it just click opens up, and you see Bobby come out looking insane. Partially in a hospital gown, partially in a ripped white sheet toga. And he comes stumbling out with Roger right behind him in full scrubs, surgeon's cap, blonde hair peeking out from under the surgeon's cap. And they both come running out of the side of this thing. And you hear police sirens now, Roger, you hear police sirens all over the place, and you can see cops way up the street.
Walk. Really fast walk.
Okay.
And
Bobby along.
Yeah.
I, without slowing down, without changing the speed at all, I lean over and open the passenger side door. So it's all of a sudden the "You Belong to the City" gets way louder. And just keeps rolling at the same 4-mile-an-hour speed towards the two of them.
Okay. So you guys jump in the car, I presume?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. You jump in the car, and as I said, you're hearing sirens all over the place. Neil, you're driving, and then one of the cop cars peels off from the others that are at the hospital and starts driving up behind you, Neil. And you see this in your rearview mirror. Roger, I think you see it in the side view mirror if you're in the passenger seat of the car. I'm assuming Bobby's in the rear?
Yeah, I'll be in the back.
Be in the back. The sirens of this car are not on yet, but this cop car is driving up quickly behind you. I guess I'll kick it to you, Neil. What do you do?
I'm going to accelerate to 10 miles below whatever the speed limit is. And just keep going.
It's 25, so 15.
So 15. I rev it up to 15.
So 15 miles an hour, and you whoop whoop. The police sirens go off, and they're trying to get around you on this like rather tight street.
Okay. I slow down again. And I sort of like I sort of steer into the curb a little bit. I roll down the window. Again, you hear "You belong to the city" blasted really loud again, and he just like waves the cops around.
The cops start to go past you. Give me a luck roll.
Bobby's gonna duck down in the
As
back.
these two cops look to their right as they're passing by on your left.
Do I want high or low for this?
You want low. You want 50 or lower.
79.
Oh shit!
We both duck down.
Yeah, we're ducking down. I'm splayed out on the back seat. Like
You guys
whoa.
both duck down. As they pass by you, they look, turn, and then they continue going. They go around the corner a little bit, and then their sirens light up, and they hit the gas and sort of like start peeling away from you. What do you do?
Way, Vicky.
Yeah. So where's Vicky now?
Vicky is
I'm
nearby, but you don't
lost.
know where.
Yeah, we
let's
don't know where
look
she
in
is.
on Vicky. Vicky,
And
what are you doing?
unfortunately, her phone is broken for some reason.
Right, exactly.
could not
Scholar.
You want to be
could
tracked?
not have just absolutely
They can triangulate your location.
messed my character up more.
She's the only one they don't actually have the real picture of.
Yeah.
Back to Vicky. What do you do?
I mean, Vicky's not an idiot. I think it's just taking her a long time, and she's trying to like still get her bearings, and she's, counting backwards down the houses to the lowest number so that she can find the main street and try to figure out like, okay, and they go backward from here. Like, it's just taking her a while she's still actively hiding from main roads. So she'll like duck between two houses, wait a little bit. Okay, no car traffic, come back out.
Okay, as you get back to a main road, you notice an actual payphone on the street.
Oh my God, 2015, thank you. Payphone, thank you. And she just starts running over to the payphone.
Do you have change?
Yes, because I have my purse with me. I reach in, open my wallet, look, fuck.
Only a Kennedy $50.
She only has a Kennedy half
Try to shove it in the
Why don't-
slot.
Why do I even have this? Fuck. I check the thing. I check the scoop for somebody left change. What'd they leave?
There's no change in. Oh,
In the-
spend a
return.
willpower point.
Oh, come on.
1 point. What's a point? You spend a point. There's a quarter right in the discharge, sitting there.
Yeah, I'll spend that point for that quarter.
What are you down to?
Man.
What?
What are you down to? 5?
I'm down to 5. You know what I'm down to. I'm down to 5.
Wow,
3 more. Nervous breakdown.
one phone call. Who are you gonna call with your one phone call?
One phone call.
You dummy!
You pull out a quarter.
I wonder who she's gonna call.
I call.
What's this number? I don't recognize.
She
this.
calls her sponsor. I'm struggling right now.
I'm having a hard
I'm in a
time.
tough situation, and I feel like I need a drink.
What do you think I
I
should
really
do?
want to drink.
I really want to drink right now. I only have 10 minutes. All right, I put in the quarter. I call Roger's number.
You remember his number offhand in this day and age?
We were married. I think she knows his number.
That's fair.
That's fair.
All right, all of a sudden, Roger, in the car, you start hearing police sirens going off all over the place. Neil has started to drive again, and you see an unknown number calling your phone.
I'm like, oh, fuck, it's probably a collector.
He ignores it. Ring.
413. I don't know anyone in 413.
Can you leave a message on a payphone?
I don't like the looks of this. Yeah, you can leave a message on the payphone.
Okay, I leave
You
a
never used
message.
the payphone? No, I'll
pick up.
He's not going to let it go to voicemail.
Ah, fuck, it's my ex-wife.
He knows
Just
it's
keep
me.
going. It's just my ex-wife.
What does she want now? I just pick up and I don't say anything.
You pick up and you don't say anything?
You belong to the city.
Yeah, you hear the music playing.
Okay, so I know he's in the car. I was about
Yeah,
to say, unless he's been compromised, but Vicky says, Crescent Street and fuck. Crescent Street near 14 Court Lane.
Who is this?
Uncle Leo?
Roger. Crescent Street near 14 Court Lane.
Crescent Street near 14 Court Lane.
I will be behind the house. I have to hang up.
What is a landmark that you see nearby?
There's a payphone. I'm at a payphone.
Something more noticeable.
There's a telephone pole that has a sign that has a missing cat. It's a gray cat.
Can't miss that. Got it.
So instead of being like, there's a Dunkies on the corner, you describe the cat that is on
tiny sign
a piece of paper that is stapled.
What color is the cat on that sign?
Oh no, it's a black cat. Keep going. Keep going.
No, she says it's a chain link fence for the yard, and there's a dilapidated swing set in the
Please
backyard.
deposit 25 more cents.
Slam!
All right, I got it. Did you catch that all, Neil?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You heard that over the you belong to the city.
The missing cat poster, the payphone, telephone pole, chain link fence, dilapidated swing set. You got all that.
Yeah, I tell Neil the cross streets, but I don't know how well we know the area.
You also have GPS. I just don't have a phone.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
We
got your cell
phones.
phones. You
We got
can
phones.
GPS. You can get there. So we'll just say
hang
you
up.
pull up, and you see Vicky standing next to this payphone. You can pull up and stop, and almost immediately, as you stop, you see two police cars come rounding around the corner, and they're coming right at you.
I get in the car.
Yeah. I also want to spend a willpower point to find that cat.
It's very honorable of you.
My save the cat moment. That's how you know I'm a hero. Man, if you
spend that
knew what I
willpower.
had to do to find this cat.
Smokey, come here, girl.
That is a good name for a cat.
Is this Smokey?
Okay. The cops are coming. Vicky, you jump into the back seat with Bobby. Roger's in the passenger seat. Neil is driving. Neil, what do you do? It looks like they're coming for you.
I'm going to calmly just turn off down a side street.
Okay.
The next side street.
You turn off down a side street, and this is not the main road. It is a single lane. It's actually a one-way, and there's cars parked on one side, no cars parked on the other, but you're kind of near the curb on your left side. Cars are parked along your right side. As you calmly turn down that street, you look in your rearview mirror, and the two cop cars slow down, and one turns right behind you, following you, and the other one turns behind that one, and they start whoop, whoop, and it comes over the loudspeaker, and it says, pull the car over. Pull over immediately.
And I pull over into an empty sort of parking space on the side of the one-way street.
And I lean outside the car and shoot at their tires.
No. Yes.
Really?
Oh God.
Okay,
No.
so
Yes.
Neil slows down,
No.
pulls over. The two cop cars stop. Their sirens are both blaring,
Oh my god.
It's on.
and Roger leans out the side of the car and fires a gun at the cop car at the wheels.
At the
My
wheels.
hands are so sweaty.
Give me,
I'm an expert marksman.
give me a John roll.
better.
What is it? Is it? I'm forgetting. Handgun? What is it?
Firearms.
Firearms
Yeah.
roll, and remember you can spend the.
I don't need it.
Okay.
58 under 80.
Nice.
58 under 80. Pop! One tire is down. We'll roll again. For the second tire.
Second tire.
Pop, pop.
Shoot both the tires, then shoot the cop.
Yeah. Now the tires are out of the way.
That was just a warning.
Say goodnight to Mrs. Sergeant O'Leary. 70 under 80.
70 under 80. Pop, pop, pop. The other tire of the car gets blown out. At that, the car doors open and these two cops come out of the driver's side and the passenger side. Behind their doors, they draw firearms and come up and start firing into the back of the car.
Hit it, Neil.
Bang, 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 bang.
Boom, and I
Everybody
slammed.
dropped down.
I need
Everybody
dodge
dropped
rolls from all four of you. Dodge rolls from all four of you.
Straight bullies.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh my God, I don't have any points in dodge? What am I, an idiot?
Spend your willpower if you need it.
Ooh, 45 under 61.
Critical success, 11 under 50.
Oh,
Can my crit be I dive on Vicky?
That would be great because I rolled a 64 over 30.
Ooh. You got
Actually,
nothing.
where I crit, can I just grab a bullet out of the air?
Jesus Christ. Neil, what did you roll?
I rolled a 39 over 30, so I'm going to spend a willpower.
All right, spend that willpower point. I'm very sorry to say that while one of the cops rolled poorly, another rolled a 4. It is not a critical success. So Roger immediately beats it. However, a bullet hits Vicky in the upper back of her right shoulder. And the rear window shatters in, and bam! You feel this searing, intense, hot pain in your upper back. Jesus. As you immediately take 3 points of damage, could have been way worse. And it is in there, however. So it goes in a non-lethal place. However, the bullet, we'll just tell you, it hits your collarbone, breaks your collarbone, and then lodges in your skin up here as Neil peels out of there. And the cop car they get back in their car, start to drive after you. They're like a little bit of a mess, and this is going to give you a nice jump for the start of this fucking car chase that is going to happen now. So you pull out, Neil, and you get to a main road and you start driving down this main road. So we just see you like your wheels screeching as you like out into this main area. Hold on, I gotta try to bring up the music a little bit. And
She's hit.
I mean, Vicky is
Oh my God.
bleeding and like holding her arm, but it also hurts to even touch this whole area. And she's just like, I got shot. And she's just like trying to sink down into the seat, but she's just repeating, I got shot over and over again.
And Bobby's still like half in that dream world. He's like, we need a medic over here.
Oh my God.
We need a medic. He's still in battle.
I love it. Bobby starts screaming, we need a medic. Bobby, your nausea has gone away now from that queasiness from before. But yeah, you start shouting, we need a medic. Neil, you're screeching down this main street, and you see multiple cop cars coming in behind from the blocks behind you. However, you have a bit of a jump. Where are you going to go from here? Do you have any idea or ideas? What are you guys doing? You're ahead of them right now.
I want to stay on side streets mostly, driving fast as I can manage, and get to a place where we can ditch the car.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you start cruising. However, the first thing that you see is a red light. You're driving, and this light on this main street goes red.
You can turn right on red in Massachusetts.
All right, yeah.
Unless there's a sign that says no turn on red.
It's one way the other way.
Well, we wouldn't want to get pulled over by the cops.
I don't want to break the law here.
Is there a camera attached? Because we'll get that ticket in the mail
You don't want
later.
that ticket. You don't
Doing
want
a
that
car
ticket.
chase and then going, oh, fuck, a red light.
I'm just saying, your
Oh,
options
man.
are stop at the red light, drive through the red light, turn left at the red light
Wait,
or turn
Roger.
right into oncoming traffic.
Can we switch drivers? Is Roger the better driver at this point? Who's
Actually,
got
yeah.
the best drive?
If there is a way for us to like switch out, because then I can take care of Vicky.
Yeah. Like,
So-
can Roger take the wheel and like they just do a quick switch while at high speed?
Or just like stop at the light.
just stop
and
doing
then,
it
Like
Yeah.
a quick fire drill.
A quick fire drill. Yeah.
yeah.
We just run around. I'll jump in.
Okay, so you're going to lose the advantage that you had, but you will have this advantage of having Neil in the back with Vicky, Roger up front. Bobby, are you going into the passenger seat, or are you putting
Sure.
3 people in the back seat? Okay, so
No,
Bobby
just-
runs
yeah,
out.
we're
So now
straight
we
up
have
doing a
Roger
fire drill.
driving, right?
Neil, take a look at Vicky.
Bobby up front, Neil, you jump into the back with Vicky. Roger, what do you do? The light turns green, and now these cops are screeching up behind you.
I hit it.
Punch it. All right, give me a drive check, please.
I'm not good at that.
Oh fuck! I thought you were
What?
good at that. Why would you?
Why would you get in the
I know. I just heard you guys being like, "Is Roger gonna drive?" And I was like, "You."
I thought you were like the fucking.
I'm
Navy
good at
SEAL.
I'm
Are you?
good at driving.
But you've got a fucking bullet
You got
in
a
your
bullet in
shoulder.
your shoulder.
I'm fine.
I've got a 40 in drive. Is there? I mean, I don't know.
I feel
I got a fucking 50 in drive. Let me drive.
71
Roger, let me
over
drive.
20. Wait till the next red light.
Oh my God.
Let me click my drive
okay.
skill.
I actually roll. You pull away. I failed as well. So that was just going to get them up alongside you. But they're still behind you. You are driving away down this main double lane road. So you got 2 lanes, yellow double line, and then 2 lanes on the other side. But every once in a while, there's a light on here, and there are cars that are driving 30, 35 miles an hour in front of you. I'm assuming you're kind of weaving in and out of these cars.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we need to get. We need a destination. Ditching the car is clutch, but like being on foot, it's gonna
not
be. It's good. This is gonna be a manhunt.
Yeah. We need another car. We need a not hot car.
Yeah. If we could switch to another car. Like,
Switch to another car, but we have to lose the cops before we
that's
switch.
a priority. Lose the cops.
There's also a body in the trunk.
that too.
No, there's no body.
Oh no, we got rid of the body.
Oh,
We got
yeah,
rid of the
yeah.
body.
Oh, that's right,
We
you
dropped her off. We
I
dropped
dragged
them
the
off.
body to
I was
the
gonna
cops.
like do a hard turn and pop the trunk and have the body flop
It's
out.
like, oh shit, it's flying out.
Here,
onto
is this
the
what you want?
495.
Have it ragdoll out into a windshield of the cop.
Smashing
Yeah, I mean, I am not going to pass a drive roll to be able to lose them here. So that's
Vicky's at 50. She's your best driver.
she's hurt.
It's not affecting her driving.
I mean,
By the book.
she's also been shot before. Like, you know, she's freaking out because she just got shot. But if Neil is helping her, she's like, I'm okay. Just get it out. Just get the bullet out and then do whatever you got to do. Sew it, cauterize it. I don't care.
And I'm not sure. Like I do. Like I have first aid. Like do I just do a first aid roll?
Yeah,
Like,
do
how
a
does
first
that-
aid roll, and you will not be able to get the bullet out during this car chase. However, you could patch her up quickly.
Yeah, just like stuff the hole in my back.
I rolled an
Vicky's just
88
hardcore
over
as fuck.
80.
Oh my!
Crit
Do you
fail.
have any will points?
Yeah, I will spend a will point. To,
Okay.
Will that get
Yeah.
you over? Okay. Yeah.
All right, so so you can
Do
make
it.
that a success.
do
That's
it.
great.
Wow.
Vicky, let's see. Yeah, you can recover 1d4 hit. Is that what it is? I'll look it up real quick.
I think that's right.
But in the meantime, Roger, you are going to try to lose them. So go ahead and give me another drive roll. You're weaving in and out of traffic.
Yeah. This will be my last one before I while he's fixing her up. Like, fix her up so
Yep.
she can take the wheel. I always remember she was a good driver. She drove me crazy. 27 over 20.
27 over 20. They succeed at their roll and you fail, so you do not get it anywhere close to losing them. They're still right on you as you're weaving through, and that failure is you clip a car to your right side, and your right rear view mirror just like shatters off of the car.
Right.
But you're still cruising, no direct damage to anything else. But you clip a car next to you, that car goes and then pulls over kind of to the side, and we just see you like still tearing down this road.
All right, I say, Vicky, you ready? And I start to move into the passenger seat and switch my left leg to the to the accelerator so that she can just hop over the seat and jump in. And so I'm like, oh my God, I'm driving from the passenger seat.
Give me both Dex times 5 rolls.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I rolled a 17. I know that's a success. Yeah, 17 under
That's
60.
a success.
What's my dex times?
Come on, Vic.
Let's go.
Oh my God. I rolled a 3.
Oh, shit!
It's our honeymoon all over again.
All right, so you make the move. Now Roger is all up on top of Bobby. Bobby, you're getting smashed into the bottom quarter of this car.
He pukes on Roger's back.
Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. But somehow you make this happen with the car only swerving and slowing down a little bit. Vicky, you hop in.
By the way, the track is now, it's moved to Smuggler's Blues. Like, that's the song.
Nice.
Take it off, repeat.
Yeah. It got bumped.
Oh, it got
CD
bumped. The
got
CD player got bumped.
Oh my God, amazing. Vicky, you get in the car and you immediately see a pair of school buses. Now this is like, it's like 2:30 p.m. I mean, it's like right around that time, and there's school buses on this street. They happen to be at this moment 2 that are almost identically next to each other, and they're blocking the way. They're going about 25 miles an hour, and they're just slowly cruising down this street. And as you get in, you get settled, and you see you are riding up on them way faster than they're moving. What do you do?
How close is the cop behind us at this point with like...
Right behind you.
Okay, cool. Vicky is going to pull the e-brake and swerve to the left so that the car back end spins out. So I'm going the opposite way of the cop car.
Classic.
Whoa.
Love it.
Wow.
Classic.
Bootlegger.
Classic.
Classic maneuver.
Bootlegger turn.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me the drive roll.
Okay. Whew, 31 under 50.
Yes.
Wow.
31 under 50. You pull the emergency brake and it just the car screeches around and you start gunning it in the other direction. You see 2 cop cars they continue going, and one of them tries to cut in to make a U-turn on the other side, and the oncoming traffic slams into the side of the one cop car. It's like, this is amazing. Goes screeching down the street a little bit, but the second one comes out and you know is still kind of able to get around, but it's like a block or 2 behind you now as you start gunning it back the way you came. However, you see in the distance cops coming at you.
Yeah. The plan is, just knowing like her knowledge of being a federal agent and the way that car chases happen and the way that cops would drive, she does not want to get on a main highway. She wants to stay on narrow one-way back roads alongside a highway so they can find a better way to get out of this neighborhood. So she's going to try to go to like an overpass or like an underpass to try to get out of the neighborhood, but she basically is going to like take a right down a side street, take a left, take a right, take another left, like just inch her way.
Just try to lose them. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Give me that drive roll.
Okay. Oh, baby. 15 under 50.
Amazing. However, I rolled a 3. So you make a hard right because
she wins.
What's that?
She rolled higher and it was a success. So
No,
right?
I know she wins, but it's not going to be an immediate lose them. So they're not going to gain on you, but they still see you, at least a couple of these cars. So you make a right and you start weaving through these back side streets, and they are right kind of chasing behind you. And as you come out of this one side street, you see an underpass. It looks like a highway, and there is a smaller road that runs parallel to it.
Yep. So she's going to go for that.
Okay, so you turn and you are now westbound on a smaller side street that is next to a highway. You see it's kind of like raised up above you. I'm trying to think of the maybe like would be like
alongside an interstate highway or like
that's what I'm trying to. Oh no, you're not quite there. Oh yeah, there you go. 93. There you go. 93. So yeah, you're right by 93. Only it's not westbound; it's southbound. So you turn on this southbound road that is running along the side of 93. And you can
So-
see the signs up there. The signs say like New York City, and you're driving right alongside of it.
So yeah, she wants to find a good opportunity to cut in as fast as possible to get on an overpass or like an underpass to head towards like Western Mass, like Sturbridge, try to get out of the Boston main city area so that she can then steer off onto, I forget what it is, to head down to New York from Western Mass.
Okay, so you are not going to when you say you're not going to turn up onto 93 and get on the highway.
I guess, I don't know, like she could get on the
The
highway
thing
and
about
then
the highway is, I don't know what you know as a federal agent, but it is, you can drive a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah.
And there isn't as much risk of crashing. But
I think maybe the plan is to get onto the highway then and then maybe get off at an exit, 1 or 2 up.
before they see you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Look,
All
see
right,
if
so all of a
there's like
sudden-
a Dairy Queen or something.
Yeah, I'll go. Is that what Roger says? Can we go to Dairy Queen?
Can we go to Dairy Queen as long as
It's a
we're
weird
doing
request, but if you see a Dairy Queen.
There yet?
Actually, if it's 95, there's
Really go for a blizzard. Right?
no.
I really, oh my god, I could really go for a blizzard
How good
myself.
would that be?
Okay, you pull up onto a highway, and all of a sudden we see you go up this on-ramp, up onto 93, and your speed starts going up and up and up. We see the speedometer going up 65, 70, and as you come up, you come straight into a semi that is like already on the road as you're merging, and it's just like, whoa, as you're like coming right up next to it. Give me a drive roll.
Oh no.
Oh, you're
No.
75.
No!
Over 50, but wait, I did.
You don't have enough willpower
I
points
have
for that?
5 willpower. I could drop it down by 2
Oh my god.
to, what is that? Oh no, that'd be a 55.
That's a failure.
That'd be a
That's gonna
crit. That'd be a critical failure.
A critical failure.
Yeah.
For a critical failure.
I could
Yeah.
bump it down to a critical failure. So
But then I'd be going
Yeah,
crazy.
fuck.
No, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can
God.
I use a willpower point to can I aid
Like,
with the willpower
like
point?
Bobby grabs the wheel.
Yeah, I grab the wheel or something.
No, that's crazy. But you
That's
could
okay.
use a willpower. Give me something. Something besides grabbing the wheel.
So okay, yeah, no, I mean that's what I think what I would see. Like if I'm in the front, I'm like right next to I'm seeing what's happening, and I see it like coming before she sees it. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm like looking
Okay.
out the window toward her side.
It's in my
and
blind
she's
spot.
Just focused,
Car, truck,
exactly.
truck.
I'm like truck. So yeah, I'm gonna spend a willpower point, and then what? Roll a drive, or no, or what do I just roll drive
Dex? Like
on
quick
its own?
reaction?
Yeah, like what would that be?
Give me a search roll
Search. Okay, search. What's my search? 45. Okay. Almost.
to see it coming in time.
Yeah. Boom. Ooh, 16. 16. Boom. Boom, 16.
Nice. All right,
Boom,
so that's a plus
16.
20%. And if you spend one willpower point, then you
If I-
can.
Then
me?
I can. Oh, well,
Yeah, then that would make yours a success.
Oh. Yeah, then
Oh.
I will spend my 1
All right, so you spend your
willpower.
will. So Bobby's like,
Okay.
wait, and you
Go,
just
go,
like,
go.
and you hit the brakes just enough to ease behind these 2 huge tires, whatever, like 8 huge tires. You see like, vroom, 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 like right, and you slide around behind the truck, and then you get into the middle lane of 93, and you start just like gunning it. And at that moment, you're kind of like look in the rearview mirror, and you just see couple cop cars coming up the ramp a little bit behind you, and they kind of start to gain on you, and that is when Roger, give me alertness.
Oh no.
no.
No, alertness
man.
is your best,
Yeah,
Roger.
I have an
Yeah, like-
84 in alertness, and this will be my second fail of the day. I rolled an 89.
Can you use a willpower?
Make sure you're checking those.
Yeah.
I did. I checked
yeah.
it the first time.
Can you use a willpower or no?
I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm at
Roger.
5. It's just.
I'm at
Yeah, you're
4.
at 5. Oh my god.
I'm going to say
yeah.
Roger is in the passenger side rear of the car. That's where he dropped back into the passenger side rear of the car.
Okay.
Bobby is in the
passenger front. Remember, I was.
Bobby is in the front
were
seat.
Yeah, you were on top of me for a minute.
You
and
were
then
on
I
top of him
think
for a
yeah.
second, and then you had to
Yeah.
drop back into the back seat.
Yeah.
So your passenger side rear next to Neil, who's driver's side rear. All of this positioning is very important. And the passenger side rear view mirror had been ripped off of the car from the previous fail that Roger had on the drive check.
Yep.
So nobody notices, not even Roger. until it's too late.
I don't like this.
Oh, fuck.
You suddenly hear this strange, loud sound of an engine right up next to you as a motorcycle pulls up in the right lane directly next to you. And it's like this old school, like heavy, it just looks like heavy steel, like with all this like rust and age all over it, in this like olive drab green like motorcycle, and sitting on top of it is what looks like a man in a trench coat, with this trench coat like blowing in the wind and a gas mask on. And it just, Roger, you turn too late and you just see this gas mask looks into the car, pulls out a shotgun, and just pulls the trigger in your rear window.
My window?
Your window, directly in your face.
Really should have spent that.
What do you do in the moment that you see the muzzle of this shotgun come up?
What is happening?
Who is this gas mask weirdo?
Yeah.
Motorcycle riding.
Yeah, if he didn't have a trench coat, I think maybe he's a cop and they're going to shoot like a fucking gas pellet into our thing.
Yeah,
but no,
that's what I thought.
It's a time-traveling psycho with a shotgun. I mean, dodge is probably the but if I dodge, it could hit somebody else.
Yeah,
Neil's
somebody
right
can,
behind me.
It's got buckshot. If it's a shotgun,
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell me what you do in the instant you see that shotgun muzzle come up, pointing at your windshield? Just physically, what do we see Roger do?
I open my door to try and fucking pump this shotgun out of the guy's hand or knock him off the bike or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to roll for that? Athletics? Athletics.
I want to roll my best skill regardless of whether or not it applies.
Sounds good.
All right, athletics, I have a 64. And that's pretty good.
Athletics.
That's like my top 3 skill.
Yeah.
It's
Great.
top 3 skill.
Roll it.
That'll do.
I'm going to spend a willpower to add 20. Right?
Yeah.
Add
And
10. It's to add 10.
At 10? Fucking ball sack. 10? 10!
You're getting to the edge here. You're riding the line.
You serve up 2, you get down to 3.
Weenie sauce. All right, here we go. So this could be a
Weenie
74. Drop the die. Here we go.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it.
Cracked die. Cracked die.
Crack that. Take it back.
But only one of them was cracked. Now, fucking stop.
No.
I rolled a 70 under 74.
Whoa.
So had I not spent that willpower point, that would have been a fail by 6 points.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Holy
Willpower
shit.
points.
Okay. This shotgun muzzle comes up. Roger sees this with no time to react, but just grabs the door and boom! And it hits the muzzle of the shotgun just as the trigger is pulled, which points it right at Bobby. No, I'm just kidding. It points it up into the sky, and it's like, boom! And the shotgun goes off. However, it's close enough that a few of the shot come into Bobby's window, kind of at the top edge of it, and blow out Bobby's window. So it's like, boom! You hear this explosion. This glass shatters in. Vicky, give me a drive roll to keep it together as this explosion happens. Soon as, Roger, you hit that shotgun up, the bike starts to like wobbles out of control. I'm going to do a drive roll, and I rolled a 95. He janks the front tire a little bit to the right, and it just catches into the street and goes boom, and he goes launching into the sky, and the bike starts going down the road, and it just like kind of fades behind you. A cop car is pulling up behind it and swerves out of the way of this like tumbling motorcycle. Vicky, what did you roll?
Amazing.
I rolled a 13
Holy
under 50.
shit! Amazing.
It's so
Okay.
hardcore right now.
With a 13, you keep it
Terminator 2, man. That was
absolutely
amazing.
locked in and under control. Bobby, in that moment, you saw the briefest glimpse of what that guy was wearing that like flew through, and you recognized the exact look of the
I was
two
gonna say.
guys that you saw in the night floors running with shotguns, chasing men in suits.
Oh.
They were wearing these strange gas masks. It was a really long time ago, but you
Yeah.
remember this. This sticks out in your memory. Pardon me, I'm all riled up, and now I got burpy. And Vicky totally keeps it together, and you see, as that motorcycle goes tumbling, a cop car goes like screeching around. It seems like temporarily distracted, and slams into a passenger car in the rear end. That passenger car starts to like skid and slide out of control. Another cop car is braking to not crash into that car, and there's like a little bit of just confusion, chaos, happening behind you, and you look up and you see an exit on 93, and it says Sydney Street. Exit. If you want to take it, or you can stay on the highway for another exit.
Wait, sorry, it says Sydney? My name?
Sydney Street, exit 14. Yeah, you can take it if you want.
The player's name is showing up, not even my character, but my name.
Joe's being weird.
Joe, you're being weird.
Stop being weird, Joe.
Vicky doesn't know any Sydneys.
Yeah.
So she
Nothing
takes
weird about that.
the exit. Exit 14 seems like a good number.
All right, here we go. This is a big one. This is, if you beat this opposed roll, you will lose them for this moment coming off the highway. They will not even have seen that you exited.
Oh, I dropped it.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh,
Okay,
That's a
I got
bad
my
one.
dice know when I'm nervous.
Hold it in. Hold it in.
Oh,
What does that look?
it's not a
What
good
did you
one.
get, Joe?
Joe
What did
got
I
something
get?
good.
I rolled poorly.
Oh, okay.
What did
I
you
rolled a
get?
38 under 50.
I rolled a 74, which was a failure.
oh,
So yeah, we
shit.
see you pull down off of the highway and start driving along that side street again, and you have I don't know, some time here, 30 seconds, I don't know, but you see cop cars go whoa whoa going along 93 over top of you. They seem to have not seen you for the moment.
I am going to find the nearest, like, whatever highway signs are pointing, like the nearest market basket, the biggest parking lot,
Yep.
the nearest Savers, like whatever. I'm going to find a big parking lot, and I'm going
Parking
to
garage would be great.
Yeah.
or a parking garage. Anywhere where there's a big parking lot or parking garage, I'm going to drive the car straight there, put it in a parking spot, turn it off.
You can have a luck roll to have a parking lot or parking lot of like a grocery store or a parking garage.
Okay.
And if you fail the luck roll, there will be nowhere for you to ditch the car. Or you can spend a willpower point and a parking garage will be right there.
I only have 4.
Can I spend one? I've got a lot. I have.
Shut up!
Like, come on.
Can Francis
The
spend
whole
one?
point of this is that's Sydney, that Vicky is like strung out and on the very edge, and this is like the last straw. If you can't find a place to ditch this thing right now, like
Gonna lose it.
you might lose it.
I'm going to roll luck because it's straight up and down, right? It's 50 or under.
50 or under.
It's true
Yeah.
You
luck.
got that. You
I'm
got
gonna roll.
that.
I'm gonna roll luck.
You got that.
43.
Yo.
Wow. Okay. So you do not find a parking garage with a 43. However, you do like come down. It's this small side street, Sydney Street, and it's got just like, a couple little residential homes on it. It's not like a business street at all. However, you drive it for like 2 blocks, 3 blocks, and then you see it connects to like a larger street. And on the corner is a big grocery store and a big old parking lot. That's what you were looking for. And she turns into it.
Yep,
We
she-
see you screech into it. And that's when, in the distance, you see the small form of a helicopter, like in the air, but it's pretty far away. What do you do in this moment as you screech to the car to a stop in this parking lot?
I immediately sandwich the car between whatever the most crowded area is with an open space. She just puts the car in, turns the car off, and she's like, out, 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 and like just tells everybody to get out of the car.
Blood all, well, Neil has bandaged you up a little bit, thrown something on there with his medical bag, but
Her collarbone is like, "Blah."
You see Roger loading a rocket launcher.
That's 5 willpower points.
Hold on. Taking out this chopper.
He had a stinger. He had a stinger.
He's got a stinger missile.
She does say to Roger, "We need to find another car. You need to get us another car
Okay.
now."
Now.
No reason to raise your voice.
It's just bloody hand, broken collarbone.
He puts his hand on your hand that's holding your shoulder. Are you all right?
I'm okay. It's the bullet's still in there. We have to get it out, and my collarbone's broken.
All right. So you're perfectly fine. We're in a garage with other cars.
We're in
It's a parking
open,
lot.
You're in a
Open
supermarket parking lot, and there's people in this lot. It's middle of the afternoon. There's like kids just got out of school, so maybe you see like a mom with 2 little kids, and then she's walking
And I'm
up
still
to
wearing
the
scrubs.
Yeah,
And you're still wearing scrubs. Vicky has been shot. There are cars kind of everywhere, but you also see about half a block up on the other side of the grocery store. You see the front of a train station, like regional rail for Boston.
Should we get on a train?
It's not an Amtrak station, but it's
Should we get on a train? That might
could
be
Take
Get
it
on
right
a-
into
They won't be
Penn
looking-
Station.
Yeah.
could get on a
You
train.
get on a train.
I'm just thinking that there would be more cars like parked there. Might be more. It might be safer to steal a car from that lot than it would be from like an active like supermarket lot. Because if we get on a train, it's just like you're bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's wearing
Yeah.
scrubs. Like
I'm
We don't
wearing
even have
scrubs.
tickets.
Yeah, he's
Or
still
I'm
wearing
wearing
scrubs. You've got a bullet in your back.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
we take it from the train parking lot where people presumably left their cars to go to work or
Right.
something.
Right.
gotcha,
If I take it from here, I've got to kidnap someone or kill someone, and
That's messy.
we're adding more. The body count is going up.
To the train? To the train station?
Yeah, I guess we're in a safe spot right now. We're in a safe spot right now.
We're not. There's a helicopter coming.
There is a
Wait,
helicopter.
We can.
So,
get
yeah,
whatever
moving-
empty car is in the parking lot we're at right now. Drive it to the train station. Switch to another car at the train station.
The train station's right there.
Yeah, we
Oh,
just
is that
walk.
close?
We should just walk. We should
Let's
leave
walk,
the
and
car.
then let's just
Hold on.
walk
What is
out.
your intention? Do you want to take a car out of here or take the train out of here?
We want to take a car. The train is.
Then you can just take it from this lot. I mean, there's no reason you need to
Yeah.
go to a train station lot just to take that. I understand what Skid's saying, but there's people at the train station lot too. It's not,
Okay.
Well, I think the thing is like if we steal a car from the grocery store parking lot, someone will notice.
Yeah, and
within
it'll
a
get
half
called
hour.
in. Yeah, you get a call.
All right. Well, right now
Even
I
if-
look like
even
a
if we evade
doctor on my
notice
lunch
now,
break.
someone will notice that their car is gone within a half hour. Whereas
yeah,
if we
that's
take
true. Yeah,
another
it could be a
car
commuter
from there,
yeah, this is the
it could be
commuter
on the
rail,
rest of the
MBTA
day.
commuter rail. So like this person might not even get back to their car till 7 o'clock tonight.
Exactly.
I see what
Exactly.
you're saying. Yeah.
Right now I look like a doctor on my lunch break. So maybe
Bobby
I could,
looks like a fucking escaped mental patient with no shoes on.
which is what he is.
Which is what he is.
Which
And
is
his
what he
face is all
is.
over the
All
news.
right, so I
Exactly.
say, sit tight. Let me just check something. And I'm going to just start walking towards the fringes of the parking lot. Like looking for someone walking towards a car that is, kind of away from all the other cars. Not like right in the middle of the action.
Okay.
And
You're looking for someone that's by their car?
yeah, like going towards their car or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah, you see a 78-year-old woman
Jesus.
More elder abuse.
getting out of her car,
Leave the old people.
I walk up to her.
pushes the driver door closed, and she's kind of like fumbling with the fob.
I say, ma'am, pardon me, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm a doctor. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Why? What's wrong?
What's your husband's name?
Bill?
Bill. Is Bill okay?
Yes.
Bill's
Sorry, I don't understand.
Bill's not okay. I have no plan.
I just have
Bill he fell.
to. Bill's reading the newspaper at home
fell
right now.
Bill fell down the stairs.
What?
I mean, I've never had
Billy.
less of a plan.
Oh my God.
I'm just thinking she's 78.
Tell her you have a medical emergency. You need to borrow her car.
Yeah, tell her your car broke down.
Man,
You-
I need.
And I have to save your husband.
I have to save your husband. Can you please just get out of the fucking car? Like sock her.
Are you going to steal the keys from this woman?
Yes.
The fob is in her hand.
Yes, I said, please, let me help you.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, young man?
No, it's okay. No one's gonna believe you.
Wait, hey, hey, help!
No one's gonna.
And I say, sit. I'm gonna help Bill, and I just back up and go towards.
So you just and you rip the keys out of her hands.
Give me those keys, you old
And I
bag.
throw a fucking open bottle of scotch at her.
Okay,
Gonna rant to now, Rummy.
God.
you hop.
I say, I'm from the
into
government. I'm from the government. I'm from the government. So when they come and ask you what happened, blame it on the government.
And I back up towards our space.
And I say, get the fuck in the car.
Okay, let's see. What does she have here? Probably. Let's get her.
Yeah, what's her strength?
How about a Buick? Let's get her a Buick.
Buick,
That's
yeah,
good.
It's an old
Buick
old
works.
lady car.
Nice.
Buick LeSabre.
A
Classic.
Buick LeSabre. Did they even make those in 2015?
I don't know. But she's still.
How about
she still
Buick
rocks.
Lacrosse?
Yeah.
Gross.
Or no, even better. She happened to have an Enclave. She liked the SUV. It gives you guys a little more room.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
What a find.
Buick
It's a gas
Enclave.
guzzler, though.
The car's too
Yeah.
big for
Lady.
you, tiny little lady.
And you hop. Well, actually, she doesn't have to have a car from 2015. Yeah, she has like a.
Yeah.
No, she has to because she has a fob, so she's not gonna have a 2003 Buick LeSabre. All right, so you steal the keys from this old woman, pull up to the car, you say, "Get the fucking car!" And she starts walking toward the help. I'm being robbed. My car is being stolen. You hear her in the parking lot as you guys load into the separate car, tear ass out of the parking lot, and attempt now to what? Do what?
We gotta go.
Drive-
We gotta
Go to New York.
Casually
Go to New
drive
York.
to New York before that woman can report that her Buick has been stolen.
Probably steal 3 or 4 more cars on our way.
You pull out from this parking lot, go at a casual pace, and try to get onto this highway like without any pomp or circumstance. And we just see this Buick Enclave cruising on 93 South toward Rhode Island or Connecticut, just trying to get out of Massachusetts, and we'll pick it up there next time. You may have perhaps gotten out of Boston.
Most exciting car
We'll
chase.
see how the turnaround
That
is
was
on the
amazing.
car theft report.
That was
my God.
incredible.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, a Buick!
My heart
Yeah.
is
They're getting out in a
I know.
Buick.
Delta Green Theft Auto.
Nice skit.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my god.